Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 111 of our Oxygen Not Included All Achievement Run. In the last episode, we did create a nice hydrogen vent tamer here, and we did it in the manner that we can possibly use the cooling system for the volcano over here in the vicinity if we really wanted to. So that's kind of why we use this specific tamer. I did go over that a little bit in the 0.5 episode, but that's just kind of where we are at with this tamer. If we look at the temperature right now, the hydrogen is already down to negative 2.8 degrees Celsius, so the aquatuner is not working too much right now. If we just turned it on and look, it's not turning on because we have the thermosensor directly next to it, so it's not really doing any sort of cooling at the moment. But eventually, when this keeps going, I mean, right now it's overpressured, so that's why we are not allowing it to do anything. We probably could send it in a different direction, but that is just kind of what we've been working on. We have a trapped duplicate somehow. Okay, what do we have nearby? We have sandstone. Okay, so then we just do sandstone. No, right there. There we go. So Meep will save Meep self, and that will be it. We completed all of the different fossils, so we do have the unlimited supply of fossil at the moment. We did get that recently in the last few episodes, so now we can continually get lime and those kinds of things without any issues. What else did we do? Oh yeah, we created a spam over here that needs power. We aren't done yet. Let's see. Let's just pause it for a second. Let's look at the plumbing. Okay, plumbing looks good. Power. We just need to connect this up and then that'll turn on the spam. Okay. And this liquid is coming directly from the pool that we have over here. It's sitting underneath the gas generators, so they're dropping all that liquid directly down into this area. If we have regular water in here from the ice, that is perfectly fine. It just means that the water sieve will not change it from polluted water to regular water. So the last thing I think we need to do here is just create that. And what I would like to do first is... yeah, I don't want to just create hydrogen and oxygen yet. Oh, you know what? One other thing that we need to make. 1 and 2. We haven't ventilated this area yet. How are we going to do that? I know. We're going to go over and put a gas vent here or here. And what this is going to do for us is send out all of the oxygen first before we turn on the electrolyzers. I mean, they'll go probably once, but we'll keep them off until the oxygen is sent out of that area first. So we'll change the prior. Oh, all that's already at a 9, so that's good. How's our rocket doing? We got a lot of data banks. We need about 350, I think. Let's look at our research and see. We need 383 of the regular research here. So that's pretty important. Next thing we need to do is we need to work on some iron. We want to do a lot of iron. We're going to do 50. And the reason we're setting up that much is so we can make... that's right, we're going to go after the monument, wherever that is. Furniture, I think. The monument, which requires so much steel. It is an absurd amount. 5, 10, 17.5 tons of steel, obsidian, glass, diamond, all of these things. So we do need more ceramic. We're going to do 15 on each of these. Copy. I don't know if we're going to have enough. Well, let's look. 1,500 kilograms And we need furniture. How much do we need? 2,500. Oh, we have close. We're just gonna make a bunch. Then we'll have ceramic lying around for anything else that we need it for. But let's look at diamond. How much diamond do we have? Diamond, 14.2 tons. Okay, that should be plenty for the furniture that we have here. We need a lot of glass as well. We have glass here. So I think if we just did... How much do we need? We needed 22,000-ish. Let's look. 2,500. Alright, so let's make... We'll do 3, 0? No. So they make 25 each. 2,500 is going to be a lot. So we'll just do 10 at a time, because this is going to be really hot, right? Dormant for 22 cycles, okay. And we are also limiting the amount of polluted water we have going through this pipe. We can also change that. We could go to 2,000. And that would still probably be enough. Right, we just need to make sure we constantly provide the regular water over to the other asteroid. And this is in our perpetual loop. We are producing more polluted water than we are turning into regular water and consuming. So we have a good excess amount being utilized for that. And it's not in our regular water supply. So that has been pretty awesome. Let's see. We need... remove you here. And we need to put our molten slicksters in here. We want... I did this in the other episode, but I'm changing it a little bit. We don't need Pintros. We want to get our molten larval eggs up. But since I went back an episode, I have to fix some of it. So. Okay, that looks pretty good. I mean, we have a ton of reed fiber from all of the different Drecos, so reed fiber and from the regular Drecos, and then the plastic from the regular Drecos. So we have 109 tons of plastic. That's quite a bit. Quite a bit of plastic, right? Okay. Let's go down to our other asteroid, check on this stuff out. Okay, we are not stuck anymore. We can get fossil if we want to. How is this getting done? It doesn't look like it has been completed yet. It's alright. Okay, we're moving on to it. Got it. Okay, how is our rocket here? Our oxygen looks great. Food, we have food sitting inside of here. We got a lot of food in here, so even though it says food here, we are okay. Once we hit the 383 databanks, then we'll bring our other duplicate home. We do need to change this asteroid, or not this asteroid, this other rocket a little bit. Let's look at the room overlay. Okay, we have a mess hall, a washroom, and a barracks. So I was thinking we are going to need the same setup where we provide oxygen inside of here. So why don't we go ahead and look at the actual rocket itself up here and change the layout, get rid of that oxygen cargo canister. Let's change that with something more appropriate. We can just deconstruct it, right? That'll be probably better for us. Let's get rid of all of that here. We want a liquid pipe. Which one is this? This one is petroleum. So that means we are going to need two of these. We're going to need one here for the water supply, and then we have the other one for the petroleum, right? And then what else do we have? We need for shipping, a loader, right? So we can load up anything that we need. Okay, cool. So we're just changing some of the way that this is working, and we do need to fix this because this is not good. Okay, so let's cut this pipe here, and then go down and over. So this loop is going to send extra hydrogen into the gas reservoir. We need this to continually be removed, otherwise we're going to have this issue right here where, if you look, we have had hydrogen inside some of the piping here, like right here and here and here. So we do not want that, right? Because that creates damage. We don't want that at all. Okay. So since that's going to be removed, we need to go back into the interior, and we need to change how this works. We'll get rid of the plate chucker. We'll throw an algae in there. Algae. Okay, and then we'll throw an algae diffuser right here. Or oxygen diffuser right there. Perfect. How are we doing over here? Did they finally oh, they're almost done. Okay. That is all set. Gas vent over pressure. Okay, so we need to put the other one in there. Got it. So this is working nicely. We have so much natural gas from the oil wells that we've not had an issue with power at all. We just kind of encapsulated this area away from everything. And that's specifically so we don't have to worry about getting water from the other, or not water, what am I thinking of here? Oxygen. So we can get oxygen from here instead of having it come from the other base, right? So what's going to happen is we are going to change this layout a little bit of the piping, and we will provide oxygen from our own SPOM on this instead of getting it from the other asteroid. Okay, they're almost done. We need to put a higher gas vent here since it's overpressured. And then when this is complete, we can close off this loop, or not loop, this room, and then just start pumping out all the oxygen first before we do anything. So, okay, we'll let them do that. And then, why unreachable? Why are we unreachable? So they can go here, up. Okay, that was really weird that was unreachable. I was a little confused for a moment there, but then it went away. Okay. Too much of that. Okay, alright. Let's mop up all this. We don't like having soggy feet. Nobody likes soggy feet. Work errand, let's see, what's the temperature like? Our little loop up here is keeping the metal refinery nice and cold. That was the whole point. Looks great. Alright, let's just kind of focus on this one. I want to get this squared away. Yeah, hurry up. We're burning the cycle. Oh, let's get our last blueprint. What do we got? We have, ooh, a mush bed. We're going to use that immediately. Let's go back to our other base. And blueprint. There we go. Always nice to have a new blueprint. We like that quite a bit. And it gives us some extra purpose, right? Okay, let's see what is next on our list. Oh, well, we do need to get this done. And we need to add more obsidian here. Yeah, we need obsidian here. That's going to stop all of the heat from penetrating into the base area. Because we definitely do not want that. And then we're adding an extra layer here, and then the next step after that is going to be what am I thinking of here? Continuing to refine this area, add all the different pipes going up and over into this vicinity instead of like up, over, and around, right? Because this is just absurd. We should just get rid of these two. We don't need them. Not with the amount of power that we're generating. We may need to do this though. And then we can get rid of all of that. And all of this. We can close this off. And then get all this back. That's going to be awesome. Yeah, that'll be great. We'll just need to close this off right away. So we won't get rid of this joint plate until all this is done. Awesome. Then nobody's gonna be bored. We don't like bored dupes. We like to keep them nice and happy. Okay, food's always gonna be being made. That's great. Quite a bit of petroleum. Oh, they did provide larval eggs too. Good. Oh, these ones are elderly, that's right. So we'll be able to get at least one more egg out of that one. Maybe two. It's 17% per cycle, so that's at least 5 cycles. No, we won't get another one from that one. We might get another one from this one though. 17 times 7. You do the math. 4, 2, wait. 17 times 7, 7 times 7 is 49, 9, 1, 4, that's over 100%. So yeah. We might get 2 eggs from this one. Cool. A little quick math there. Sorry, everybody. Alright, so that looks good. Let's go back to the other base. Please tell me nobody got stuck. Nobody got stuck. Good. Alright. The overpressure vent is going to be needed. We can turn this on. So that stopped because they're at max gas pressure. We're going to do above. These are going to eventually not be where it's at right now. Let's see, over, where are they going? Okay, so then what we do now is we cut this off here. And now it works exactly as we had it intended. There we go. Okay. And then we'll do the same thing here. 1 above. This is just to get everything out of here faster. We have a little bit of hydrogen that's going to bleed out, but that's going to be fine. Not a big deal. We've done this before. We know how it rolls. Especially since we have one on this asteroid, right? All the way up here. We have a similar setup, right? Although, that would be helpful. It's okay if this is open a little bit. Okay, they are completing those tasks. They're taking some time. I think adding a... what am I thinking of here? Adding a direct tube from here all the way down, probably right here, would be the best bet. Yeah, that would probably be really good and helpful. Then they won't have to go up and down. They can just go the way we want them to. So let's get that ready. Actually, let's start creating a path for them to get to that. Is it in here? It is. Okay, so here's the transit tube access. We want one not made out of steel right here. We want another one probably going outside. I would imagine like right here. Or even just next to the rockets. Let's not do it right there in case we need to add more loaders. So I think maybe getting rid of this tank would be the best way. Yeah, let's just get rid of this tank. There's no reason for it. We'll put that right here. We'll continue to dig in this way. And then create our transit tube directly through that. And then block off that up here. Yeah, that'll be good. This will allow us a lot of mobility and not have so long of commutes all over the place. Okay, this is almost vacuumed, I think. Let's look at the materials section. Everything is still oxygen. We're into the micrograms at the moment, so it'll take a minute to get everything. Oh, we've got some material in here that we need to grab. But that's fine. Not a big deal. Honestly, we can leave that there to keep those cold. Alright, materials. Yeah, they're almost done. That'll just be a minute. So we're not rushing. We are not completely going past, but we will go to the secondary speed here. I think that is totally necessary, especially with the idle dupes. We need them to go in and start working hard. Let's get all of this material. It's free. So we won't get stuck here. They won't get stuck here. 1, 2, 1. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, finishing up all those. All right, wonderful. Okay, so how are we doing in here? Oh, we are out of power apparently. So that's not good. How many do we have? 1, 2, 259. Okay. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna have to go back to base, and that's fine. It's not an issue. Going back up one more time is not hard. So that'll bring them back. Let's turn that up in priority. Let's sweep the Atmos suit that's just sitting here. Okay, rocket came back. Oh boy. Let's actually go inside the interior. There we go. Then we're not going to get hit and hurt. Right? They should have access to all this now, so I don't think they have any issues with that. Perfect. And then when they deconstruct the reservoir, that's when we'll put the other transit tube up here. And then we can redo this exit. Yeah, that'll be nice. Nice and fixed. And then the transit tube can also be used probably here. And then we can send it down at the bottom. We'll put one right next to this. We'll put one right next to these. And is that made out of obsidian? No, igneous rock. Alright, so then we will do one of these here. So why now? Well, the reason is we aren't going to be making anything super extravagant for a little bit. We need to gain a bunch of materials from here. We have a bunch of iron that we're making so we can make steel for the monument, because that is one of the achievements, is the monument achievement. If we look at our colony summary, the colony, this current colony hasn't fulfilled this initiative, so we need to build the Great Monument for that. We've gotten all these duplicates. Now we just need a monument, and that will get our home sweet home. We have the Great Escape. We need to establish colonies on 5 asteroids by building and activating mini pods. Oh, I didn't realize that that was the thing we need to do, but we can totally work on that. Open the temporal tear by finding and activating the temporal tear opener, and sent a duplicate on a one-way mission to the furthest star map destination. So we will have to get to these eventually. Home Sweet Home is easier, obviously, than the Great Escape, but we are well on our way to getting to these. I think once we have established the Gassy Moo, we will work on other asteroids in the meantime. So if we look at our star map, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 3 asteroids that we could go and inhabit. I think it would be better to Swampy Orefield. That's neat. Sandy Orefield. If we have some on these other asteroids, I don't know which one we'll go with. We might go with the cold one. It's going to depend on what we find and when we find them. So I think what we'll do is we'll go in one direction, do some exploration, and then come back and then decide what's our next mode of, hey, let's start inhabiting another one of these asteroids. So we'll have to take a gander around the different star map with our telescope, see what's going on from there. We have new printables. What do we have here? Printables. We have a Slickster larva. I'm going to grab that right away, because having that right off the bat is really helpful. Oh, remove you. Let's also wrangle you. Okay. How are we on our other asteroid? What's going on here? They keep delivering sand. We don't have a mechatronics engineer, so we don't have the capability of building any shipping related stuff. So that's going to be something maybe in the future. A duplicate has to relieve the oil wells, otherwise they will not send out extra oil like this. So that's why we had to make 2 separate oil well areas, so they can consolidate all of the oil into both locations. And we're sending oil pretty much 10 kilograms at a time, right? And if we look, so 3,333 grams per second, and that's on all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 times, we'll do without the 333, that's 12 kilograms, right? And we take 10 at a time. So we are making just a little bit more than we are using. If we get to a point where one of these gets too full, what I would probably do is go into refinement and just refine it over here, like so, down here, and I would make it out of probably steel or something, and then that'll put any extra oil, we can siphon off the extra into this, 1 or 2 of them, just to make sure that we are off balancing the amount that we are producing, right? Everything in this game is about managing how much stuff you are making and how much stuff you are consuming and how much you are going to need for other types of production. So, you know, this is something that it becomes more and more apparent over time as you get better at the game. And I feel like, in my experience, it has been more recently that I've really found kind of a good balance of the whole thing. So, especially in this, what do I want to call it? In this run, I've probably learned more than I ever have. And that is insane to me, because I thought I had a really good grasp of this game. Alright. So, we have a larval egg. They're not making that. They can't reach this. That's fine. Oh, we were supposed to do that. There we go. Okay, did we finish up this stuff up here? Oh, they are working on it. Okay. Let's add the... Let's see, where is this one going to be? So it's going to be here. So if we go over and up and straight up, it would be right here. That might be the way we go. Instead of going over here, we just go straight up with the tube and then make it right there. Yeah, I think that that's how we're gonna go. Let's do that. Yeah, we're gonna do that way instead. I think this is gonna be the focus of the rest of the like of the rest of this time right now, because I want to really get our rocket situation in a better position. Because we want a third rocket. I don't know if it's going to be petroleum. It might be a different one. We'll see how it goes. Empty. But the reason that I want to focus on this is to get rid of all this extra pipe that's up here, all this extra ventilation, and have it all go into the right spot here instead. I would prefer that. So we are using this to make it better. Let's get rid of you and you. Don't know if you can make... Can you make a tube over? Okay, you can. Cool. There we go. So the reason we got rid of it before was it was too much to have this weird pipe on the inside, and we were changing how things, the layout of things, and now we have a better layout and everything. We're going to change this a little bit. Building. Don't do that yet. What we want to do is build... We're going to build a liquid lock here. And then this is going to go down there-ish. Change my mind. We want it to go like right here. And the only way to do that is if we make the liquid lock right there. Temperature. Okay, that's really cold. Let's open this up. I want them to have a way down before we make the liquid lock. That only makes sense to me. We don't want anybody getting stuck, do we? That doesn't happen ever. Oh my goodness. Alright, so we have ethanol here. We've got petroleum from the molten slicksters. Okay, that one's gonna need help soon. How is our oxygen production? Did we... Okay, we stopped making the oxygen on this. Overheated. Pneumatic door. Which one? This one? It's that hot over here? Oh my gosh. Alright, well, anyways, back to what we're doing. All right, let's look at the materials. Vacuum, okay. All these are in vacuum, that's good. This is gonna be 740. This one is, I think, 450. Copy settings, go here-ish. And then what we need is water. There we go. And now we watch as this hydrogen should fill up these 6. There's oxygen in here, so we are not going to connect it until this is only hydrogen in these 6 tiles. So what we're gonna do is just let it go for a minute. This is oxygen, so we need it to go away. Now that the whole top is lined with hydrogen, it's going to fill up with just hydrogen. So let's go 740. It's going to turn it off, and now it's filled with hydrogen. Okay. Now what we do is we have hydrogen going here. We just need to go directly into that one. And then deconstruct here. We don't want to lose any hydrogen, so there's that. All this hydrogen is going away. We can start getting rid of this area over here. Let's see, where's this wiring going to? Okay, that's the other one. If we wanted to put the power spine over here again, like we do, we're gonna need to add a couple more of these power transformers. Probably change some of this to accommodate what we have. How much is on here? 15. Okay, how much is on here? 720. Yeah, that's not gonna work. But we don't need to have this weird wiring situation. Let's fix that. Okay. Much better. And then all that needs to be, like, done today. I don't want hydrogen getting inside the oxygen lines. Okay, that looks good. How's everything going on up here? Okay, all that has been removed. We're making some of the things that we need. Let's change the priority on these to 9. And this is really going to fix our issue with having all this extra gas and pipes and everything. Can they reach that? Let's remove these. Yeah, we aren't going to need all this piping anymore. Since everything's going to sit behind our actual base, we can just get rid of all of it. Okay, and then we have a ton of obsidian now. We'll go in on those, we'll go up on that. Down. We're not going to connect anything right away. That way we set it up first, and then we figure out what needs to be done. Okay. Those need to be done right away because we don't want to lose our atmosphere here. And this is partly why we changed the location of the what am I thinking of here? Of the Atmo suits. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Alright, so they can take care of that. Let's take care of the... Let's look at that other asteroid. Okay, all that is moving around. We have hydrogen going here. Eventually we will have too much hydrogen again, and how I would like to take care of that is just sending some of it up and out of the atmosphere. We have a pipe going up there if we need to, so we'll probably end up doing that at some point. Oh, it is hot. It is really hot. Is that because of the gas pipe? It is probably 47 degrees. Okay, so we are going to need probably some sort of cooling system on this asteroid if we want everything to stay not toasty, right? So look at this temperature. Yeah, that's pretty hot, right? All over. It's a little too much. We'll probably want... How warm is that? Oxygen. 42 degrees. Yeah, we'll probably need to change this. So we can do something that we had similarly to the other one. Or we try this. Yeah. We just turned it on without doing anything. And then what I would like to do here, I'm not going to freeze anything. What happened? Oh. I'm not going to freeze anything, but what I'd like to do is do regular gas pipe and just put 3 of those there. Regular gas pipe. Let's do... There we go. Let's look at the temperature nearby. So right away, this is cooling off everything. You can't change that? Okay. We do need this, though. I don't want the pipes to get too cold and then burst the water. And then what we can do is... Yeah, we can do this. Toilets. What do you mean toilets? You have toilets. Right here, in fact. 3 of them. Is somebody stuck? They could be. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to cancel the in-between ones so that nobody gets stuck up here. That would be why we had the power issue. We were sending out the carbon dioxide. Got it. And then we will fix this by going all the way over, like so. Getting rid of those. There we go. That'll give us access to all of the copper that's up here. Perfect. Yeah, see, they have such a long walk right now. Having the, this would be very helpful. Alright, how are we doing over here? Yeah, so this is going to continually run insulated tile, insulated tile. You just want to create a little barrier for the water pipes, because it goes right through this, right? So we're also going to put one right here. Probably going to look a little weird, but it's fine. I'm okay with it. Oh. How cold is this? Negative 173.2. And you know what? That's fine. Alright, we have some more principles. What do we got here? a poke shell. We'll do that on the other asteroid. We'll get a poke shell over here instead, since we already have this set up. Nobody picked the slickster larva up. We have so much other stuff going on. A poke shell. Wrangle the poke shell, please. Okay, there we go. Slowly getting this stuff done. Okay, the carbon dioxide is going back down again. It's a very fine balance. Now, how... Oh my gosh, no way. So... It's so hot down here. It's so hot down here, it cooked an egg into an omelet. That's a whoopsie, for sure. But why did they not grab the larval? Oh, it's probably a molten one, that's why. Okay. I didn't know that that could happen. I don't know if did anybody else know this? This is so neat. Like, we had an egg here, and it's so hot. Let's look at the temperature. Over 100 degrees in this area. It's so hot that it literally cooked an egg into an omelet. That is insane. I've never seen that before. Oh my goodness. How's our temperature over here? Oh, nice. So we've kept the water in here, right? We put an ice temp shift plate in the mushroom area, and that's kept it all nice and cold. Otherwise it was getting close to 50 degrees, and it was causing them to not be able to grow. And we left the water, like enough water to keep it transferring the heat with the outside, and it's just stayed nice and temperate ever since we've done that. And we've enclosed it in insulated tile. So that was really good, really handy. Glad that worked out in the way it did. What else? What else? We have so much natural gas. That's fine. Made a mess. Okay. Why are you up there? I don't understand. If you need to go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom. That's pretty irritating, not gonna lie. Like, they have access, right? Obsidian. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. That's really weird. Let's mop all of this up, please. Oh boy. Alright, let's look at the temperature of the base. How's it doing? Everything looks pretty good from what I'm seeing. Looks pretty great. Like, the temperature is not crazy hot. Let's look at the pipes here. We may need to add an extra part to our loop. Okay, and then that will be right here. We're not going to make it too cold. We're not going to use radiant pipe. We're just going to use sedimentary rock with this pipe here. We'll connect this up and add extra to it, and then it should be fine. How cold is it in here? Negative 49.7 degrees on all this inside of that pipe, so that's great. Okay. Alright, we're doing stuff. We're making things happen. Let's go all the way to the top. That's been made. Okay, those are all being made. We have a lot of stuff to deconstruct and get completed. We're not siphoning atmosphere out of the base now. There we go. All this is made out of steel, so nothing happens to it. Are we making more? Okay, we got plenty of iron being made. We could probably change that to a 9 so it's not so all around the border of the screen there. Yeah, that's better. Okay. This looks great. We are going to do the same thing that we have here on the other asteroid. We'll have a radiator probably right here of some kind. I want to keep everything cold. If we look here, negative 80 degrees on the heat production, or I don't know if that's negative 80 degrees or if it's just, it just gives you that kDTUs. Just neutralizes the heat. So that's gonna help with the, here's what we're gonna do. We don't have a ton of this, but we're gonna change one of them to steel. Steel. Are you overpressured? You are overpressured, okay. Let's provide more ventilation down here and clean up these pockets of things, because this is going to really help keep the base temperate. We don't want it this hot. And if it's not moving, if the oxygen is not moving at all, then it's going to sit here and not do what we want it to. Does those have slime lung on it? No. Good. And I will take care of this soon. I'm tired of looking at it. Like, as soon as in, like, right now. Go down. Break this open. Go in here. Go in here. And deconstruct those. Tired of seeing that on the on here. Building entombment. Forever. Okay, they got rid of that. Starvation. That's a weird one to have when we have food. We have food. What do we have in here? We have surf and turf. Yeah, you shouldn't be starving. Okay, there we go. We need a couple more in here. Okay, we're finally catching up. This is so extra. We could totally change this. Let me look at hydrogen for a second. Let's see. We have hydrogen here. How cold do you need it? Negative 252.2. Yeah, that's a low temperature. Yeah, we won't be able to hit that until we get some super coolant. Oh boy. That's going to be quite the work, I think. Alright, so we changed this down here. Oh, we added pipes. So let's do this. And then let's cut the pipe here. There we go. And it's just going to add a little bit of extra. There we go. And then we use the reservoir here as a buffer, and it helps eliminate the gaps that we see in the piping. I don't know if it's going to be completely removing them, but it does help when you make these extra things, because it outputs immediately, right? So even if there's a gap, it's still outputting in here. Ceiling collapsed. Okay. Yeah, make those, please. Thank you. There we go. Now we won't get stuck. Honestly, we could probably do that. Not have water all up in this stuff. Oh, but if we do that, then we can't, we won't reach it anymore. Okay, back to what we were doing. Let's look at the piping. So that looks good. Okay, look at the temperature. Okay, the temperature is going down a little bit. Remember, it was... We're not looking for extreme changes in temperature here. All we are looking for is to keep this cooler and not so hot from all of the water over here. In fact, I think what I'm going to do also is add a temp shift plate right. What are we going to make out of? We're going to make it out of diamond right there. And since it's on the plumbing that is cooling everything, that's going to be really helpful to cool the vicinity a little bit better than if it didn't have it, right? And it only interacts with everything around it, doesn't interact with other temp shift plates. That's exactly why we've removed all of the temp shift plates over here, because we learned from our mistakes. Well, that's all obsidian. Okay, all right. We have a lot of obsidian lying around now that we've kind of cleared out this whole area. We're also going to add just some extra of this. We've pretty much explored the entire asteroid. I'm pretty sure we found everything on it. Let's look at our other rocket here. We want to start putting in the extra oxygen production, which is going to be a diffuser. You go here. We do need to turn on the pump, because that's not oxygen, that's all carbon dioxide. We don't want that at the bottom. Right? There are some cool builds that I have seen where you can use an infinite gas storage inside of this base, or inside of the rocket, but I find that that might be tricky, and you'll always have popped eardrums probably. So I haven't really thought about trying to use that. Let me know your thoughts about that, because that's something I've never done before. Okay. So we're having a similar setup that we had from this one. I didn't mean to do that, I meant to go to the other asteroid. So we'll have this oxygen production. We won't have the outer building anymore. That should be plenty as long as we have power. So let's look at the other one. Okay. All right, so starting to look much better. We can build another module here, cargo bay. So is it going to be a cargo bay, or is it going to be something else? My thought here is, if we have a cargo bay, is that what we need to... It has to be the cargo bay. A cartographic module automatically analyzes adjacent space while on voyage. Well, that's cool, but it's a little bit taller. We have an artifact transport, which might be helpful at some point. But we're gonna go with just a cargo bay. We'll make it out of steel. That'll be right there. And do we have room? We do have room. We'll also make one of these, also out of steel. Artifact transport. If we find an artifact, we can bring it home. That'd be perfectly fine. And while we're at it, we'll start fixing up the rest of this down here. Okay, let's go back to the other asteroid. They haven't gone in here and deconstructed them yet, like they have been told to do, because they're busy with other more important matters. Okay. Can we do it? Can we finally get this off of our screen? I think we can. 1 and 2. Finally. That has been there since like the beginning of time. Okay, constant oxygen flow. So adding an extra oxygen outlet over here was very helpful. How cold is it? 25 degrees now. So this is working nicely. This is not hot in between here, so it's going to keep cooling the vicinity instead of making it hot. Okay, I think we are well on our way to keeping this base nice and temperate now that we have fixed some of the issues. Let's get rid of all this extra piping here. I don't know why we have all this extra piping. We don't need it. I think we were sending carbon dioxide down there and that's why we had it there, but we're just fine the way that it is. Oh, we made all that glass already? Wow. How much did we end up with? 250-ish. And is that hot still? Yeah, that's pretty hot. Oh, all this water has gotten way warmer. Yeah, was not expecting that at all. Dormant for 14 cycles. Let's take a look down here. Okay, so we are just sending this all the way across. And then it's dropping a little bit at a time up here. Okay. Interesting. Alright, so this is not going to get cold again until we have the geyser running again. But overall, that was pretty good. Oh, we have more printables. Can't keep missing that. Grub fruit preserve. Let's add that to the other asteroid. So before we launch our next rocket, we are going to need to finish up with that stuff at the bottom of it. The inputs and the outputs. So we are going to need like a delivery system here. We're going to need to have all these different things completed. I don't know about if we'll have everything removed yet. That might happen, it might not. We'll see. Change all this to like a higher priority. There we go. Should fix our issue. Lax resources. Oh, our poke shell is over here still. So is our slickster. I'm going to change that to a higher priority because they haven't been taking care of it. Okay, good. What about you? There we go. We have no more slicksters. Well, that's unfortunate. Overheated. Oh, here's what we need to do. We need to change the material to gold. If we look, it's super hot down here. In fact, it's so hot that these pinch of pepper plants are getting too hot too. We probably need to do the same thing. Yeah, we probably need to do the same thing that we did over here. Over here, kinda. So what we are going to finish off is we'll put a liquid lock over here, and then put crude in here. Probably to drop it. We'll change this. Deconstruct you. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. That'll be easier. I'm trying to like rework the whole area. It is way too hot, so we need to take care of that. In fact, once we have these two fixed up, we can change it around and we'll put a temp shift plate in here and it'll melt almost immediately. So that's gonna be fine. Let's change that to 9. We'll go here. Perfect. I want it to look nicer than that. Okay, and then with that set, let's put this here. There we go. And then we're only getting rid of buildings, so that's good there. All this needs to be a 9. Perfect. We want to keep getting our pepper bread, right? Like, I feel like that's kind of a good thing to do. There we go. So let's do utilities, temp shift plate, ice. This should keep the area nice and cold. Let's turn that to like, let's make it now. And then above that, plumbing, bottle emptier here. There we go. Fixing this up. That's right. See, that was super fast. Super, super fast. Okay, we're gonna put some crude in here. We'll turn crude off. Wait, we got crude oil down here. Whoops. That was from the slicksters. Let's do this. And when they mop this up, that'll be perfectly fine. Look at all that free petroleum. That's great. Didn't cost me any extra or anything. They can reach that, right? Yeah, they can. Somebody get the ice and make the temperature plate, please. Hopefully it won't melt as soon as they get in this area. That would be something, wouldn't it? Oh, there it is. There's the ice. It's gonna melt almost immediately. I mean, it is warm enough, or not cold enough. I mean, warm enough. It's temperate enough for the pinch of pepper plants. That's what I meant to say. I'm sorry. This is going to melt almost immediately. Boom. And it says it's going to be too cold. The pressure. Okay. So now we just wanted to cool off the area a little bit, right? And that worked out pretty well. Right, if we look at this, these are going to change a little bit at a time. This is definitely changing the area. And then let's turn the priority of that to a now. And if we did it, it would probably work better if we did it on top. Like right here. Right? Yeah, it's better if you put it above it. Let's look at the temperature now. So all this stuff in here dropped a bunch of temperature. This is almost an experiment for me, but what we want to do is try and cool off this just a little bit because they're getting too close to the 85-degree temperature. 86 on this one. So it's a little bit too much. The polluted water coming in is pretty hot, and that's probably why we're getting that. But that's okay. Starving. You have food. No, you have food. Okay, we're getting stone hatches again. We have some of these cool slicksters there. How's it going up here? There we go. Okay, all that was done. We can connect that up here. Let's do gases. We'll connect that up there, and then shipping. Let's connect it here. So now we know where that connection is, right? They can't reach any of that. That's the gas input. So if we go directly over and up, that will be good for those. Let's see, where's the water? Plumbing, insulated pipe. So this will be the petroleum. We'll go over up to the first one. And then this the water will go over and up to the second one. We'll cut that right there. Same thing. Got this here. We'll go over. And then figure out where we need to send everything. I mean, we kind of know. We know we can just send it directly here. There we go. So it's going to send everything out of the unloader, right? That's an unloader. That's a loader itself. We need to change that. I want an unloader instead of a regular loader. That way anything we get inside of the rocket can get sent out. Yeah, there's no liquid intake yet. Calm down. But we are going to slow it down right there, everyone. I think we've made some really good progress towards the goals that we've kind of tried to set in the past couple of episodes. We've made a few different changes, and it's only going to get more fun from here. So if you have any questions, any comments, any suggestions, please provide them in the section below. I do read every single one of them. I can't stress that enough because I do love the interaction with everyone that may have a better idea or knows how to handle specific situations better than I do. So again, please, if you feel comfortable, let me know how I'm doing. Let me know any suggestions. That's it, folks. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one.